All right, everyone, buckle up. We're about to dive headfirst into the absolutely stunning, ridiculously charming, and frankly hilarious world of Aix-en-Provence. That's right, get ready to say oui to baguettes, cobblestone streets, and more fountains than you can shake a stick at. And trust me, after watching this, you'll be booking a one-way ticket faster than you can say croissant. Picture this. You're strolling down a grand boulevard, the sun is shining, birds are singing, and suddenly, wham! You're caught in a tidal wave of people, all seemingly headed to the nearest cafe for their daily dose of caffeine and gossip. That's Cours Mirabeau for you folks, the beating heart of Aix. You've got cafes spilling out onto the sidewalks, trees older than your grandparents, probably, and enough fountains to make you think they've got a 2-for-1 deal on water features. Seriously, there's like 4 of them. 4! But hey, who's complaining? It adds to the ambience, right? Now, the real sport here is people watching. You've got your artists sketching away, your couples whispering sweet nothings, or arguing over directions, you never know, and your tourists looking utterly bewildered by it all. But the best part, grabbing a croissant and just soaking it all in. Because let's be honest, you haven't truly lived until you've enjoyed a buttery pastry while judging people's fashion choices from a Parisian cafe. Or Provençal cafe, I should say. Close enough. Okay, let's talk about a building that's seen it all, and I mean all, the Saint-Sauveur Cathedral. This place is like the architectural equivalent of a buffet, a little bit of everything thrown in for good measure. You've got your Romanesque, your Gothic, even a sprinkle of Renaissance just to keep things interesting. It's like they couldn't decide on a style, so they said, let's just do it all. And you know what? It totally works. It's a glorious mess of history and artistry. And you'll spend half your time inside just trying to figure out what architectural era you've stumbled into next. But hey, who needs a history lesson when you can just wander around gazing at the stained glass and pretending you understand the significance of every gargoyle and archway? Just nod thoughtfully and say things like, "Ah, yes, the flying buttresses really tie the whole thing together," and everyone will think you're a certified architectural genius. Chapter 3, Atelier Cézanne. Even I sort of liked it. Now, I'll admit, I'm not exactly a museum person. I tend to get bored after about 5 minutes, start making up stories about the paintings, and then accidentally set off the alarm because I got too close to a rope. It happens. But even have to admit, Atelier Cézanne is something special. This is where the big man himself, Paul Cézanne, slapped paint onto canvases and created masterpieces. You can practically feel his creative energy in the air, along with the faint scent of paint thinner and, dare I say, inspiration, the best part. You can actually step inside his studio, see his paintbrushes and palettes, and pretend you're about to embark on your own artistic journey. Just try to resist the urge to touch up any of his unfinished works, okay? I learned that one the hard way. Chapter 4, Pavillon de Vendôme, a garden fit for a royal picnic. This place, you guys, this place, the Pavillon de Vendôme is what I imagine my house would look like if I were, you know, a king or a queen, or maybe just someone with really, really good taste in landscaping. We're talking perfectly manicured gardens, fountains that would make even the fanciest cat jealous, and a building so grand you half expect to see Marie Antoinette strolling out, demanding cake. But the real secret here, pack a picnic basket, grab a baguette, because France, and find a sunny spot amongst the flowers. Trust me, there's nothing more delightful than enjoying a leisurely lunch surrounded by such beauty. Just try not to spill any crumbs on the meticulously groomed lawns, okay? The groundskeepers look like they mean business. All right, time to earn those croissants, folks. Get ready to hike up Montagne Sainte-Victoire, the mountain that inspired Cézanne himself. And yes, before you ask, it is quite a hike. But trust me, the views from the top, totally worth the sweat, the aching muscles, and the slightly panicked feeling that you might not make it back down in one piece. You'll see rolling hills, vineyards stretching as far as the eye can see, and the charming town of Aix nestled below. It's enough to make you want to whip out an easel and start painting, or, you know, just take a selfie and call it a day. No judgment here. Just remember to pack water and maybe an extra baguette for the journey. And if you happen to see a ghost of Cézanne wandering around with a paintbrush, tell him I said hi and that I'm still working on that whole touching up his paintings thing. So there you have it, my friends. 5 must-visit spots in Aix-en-Provence that will leave you utterly charmed, slightly bewildered, and definitely wanting more. From the bustling streets to the artistic havens, this city has something for everyone. Just remember to pack your walking shoes, your sense of humor, and your appetite for adventure. And most importantly, don't forget to look up from your guidebook every once in a while and just soak it all in. Because trust me, Aix-en-Provence is best experienced with all your senses, and maybe a side of croissants. Bon voyage.